Hey y'all, I'm back on here, and it's been a minute. I've already recorded a video like this, but I didn't like how it came out, so I'm gonna refilm it, and I have a special guest in the background.
Hey y'all.
This is my boo. And we're gonna be reading some Reddit stories that I saved. It's gonna be toxic relationship edition. Toxic relationship edition. So this one is, am I overreacting by thinking my friend was going to try and start something with my husband?
Dang.
So I'm 24, female. All throughout high school, I had a really close knit group of girls, and us girls were for the girls. There was no sleeping with someone's crush, no going behind your girl's back to talk shady. It's honestly the best group of friends I've ever had so far. Now, what I'm referring to happened a couple years ago, and I often wonder if I overreacted. So this is something from the past. I made a new friend my age at a big warehouse job. She was cool, funny, and I thought this girl could be a good friend. I start going over to her house, and she comes to mine. I'm not sure how the conversation come up, but I remember saying I didn't understand women who got with married men or men in a relationship. I basically said I really like the feeling of being obsessed over and how he's gonna be obsessed with me if he's going home and loving on his wife. She sat there for a minute thinking and told me, well, I'm actually one of those girls. She tells me every relationship she had was from stealing the man from another woman. Hoochie. She said she loved the feeling of being chosen over another female. What do you think about that so far?
That's crazy. Everybody got their own thing, though, you know? I don't knock kinks, you know? We don't kink shame over here.
I've always seen that happen. I think that almost happened to me before, even though, like, it wasn't my man. It was a little crushy crush that I had, and I told my friend about it. And she was like, what's his Instagram? And I ended up following him, and then later on I realized that she did that to other girls, too. And I don't understand. Maybe she's like, let me one-up her. If I could get this man, then I could do better than her or something. I don't know. Like a competition thing? I don't know. Anyways, let's continue on. I was so taken aback by this. I just didn't know what to think. I never met another woman like this. I told her right then and there, I do not agree with those choices. So if you start doing something like that in our friendship, I do not want to hear about these men sleeping with you and then going home to their wife. So I just did not want to hear about it. I tried to push it out of my mind, and over 6 months I convinced myself she's my friend and would never do that to me, right? Because I'm her friend. No.
Possibly.
No. I feel like if that girl's just open about it, she's just like, hey, everybody's free game.
Nah, I mean, she could just be like, you know, I do it to other girls, but I ain't gonna do it to my best friend.
They're not best friends, they're friends.
Whatever.
There's a difference. Anyways, 1 or 2 more paragraphs. As the months went on, she got more and more friendly with my husband, but never crossed any major boundaries. Just waving, super excited to see him when he brought lunch to work or asking how he's doing. Then she started almost trying to beat me outside to run to my car where my husband was and said she just wanted to say hi to my son. Eventually one day she did this whole beating me out there and leaving before I made it out the building. My husband asked me if I...
Damn.
No! The freaking neighbors are over here washing their hands. I'm sorry. My neighbors are out there doing something up there. I don't know, washing their hands or something. So if you hear that, I apologize. But I'm going to try to continue on. I'm sorry if it's annoying. Anyways, he asked if I'm this friendly with the guys in there. And he just let me know if one of his male friends was running to greet me and leaving before he got to the car, he'd be uncomfortable with this habit. He said it felt like she was testing the water with some of her comments when she was one-on-one with him. I made the decision to cut her out my life. Was I overreacting? Do you guys think she was slowly trying to fill my husband out?
Probably. That is weird, running out before your friend to greet your friend's partner.
Yeah, that's true. Because even if I'm like out and about and my friend's significant other's there and she's like running out to them, I'm just like, I stand behind. But then if they're like done being all lovey dovey, I'm like, hey, how you doing? Whatever. And then I go about my business.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna be like, hey, and just like push out the way to greet him. It's not my place to do that. I'm not his girl.
Yeah, that's just a little weird to me. I wouldn't. Mm-mm.
So I honestly don't think she's overreacting. I think if she was uncomfortable with it, then yeah, she has the right to cut her friend off. But also, she communicated that she didn't like that, right? She communicated that she didn't like the idea of it and that she didn't want to hear stories about any situations like that with the friend and then the other men that she was messing with.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she should have communicated to her friend. I keep on going back and forth, sorry. But if she really truly wanted to keep their friendship, then she probably would have communicated and be like, hey girl, can you calm it down, my man, or whatever. But if she just didn't have that like feeling of like, oh well, I need to, then she just, does that make sense?
I guess, but also at the same time, why would you have to have that conversation with your friend?
That's true, but I mean, like I said, if she really wanted to keep the friendship, then she would have, but clearly she didn't, so she just let her go. Yeah. I was just saying that maybe she should have communicated more, but then I realized, like, no, she wasn't hard up for that relationship. But we'll go on to the next story. While overreacting, I found a thong behind my boyfriend's bed.
Dang.
It's a size small, and I'm absolutely... Sorry, that's so funny. It's a size small, and I'm obviously not a size small, so it's definitely not mine. My boyfriend is staying in a monthly Airbnb and told me it was the previous girl who lived here and that they just didn't clean the room well enough. That's a good excuse.
That is a very good excuse.
He's been here long enough that he's moved rooms. There was in fact a girl who was staying in this room previously. I freaked the F out on him and immediately accused him of cheating on me because he's been on his phone nonstop lately. When I come over, we hardly even talk, if we do at all. Oh. He just stares at his phone literally the whole day. And when we're apart, he doesn't text/call me, even if I text/call him first. We're only apart for 22 hours a week, so we're basically living together, but 22 hours is definitely enough time to cheat. Especially when you're spending all your time on your phone instead of investing in your relationship. He offered to let me look through his phone, but I declined because things can be deleted. We've been together 8 years and he's never cheated or unfaithful to me other than he asked a different girl to be his girlfriend while we were in our talking phase, even though he was telling his family I was his girlfriend at that point. That's weird.
He asked a different girl to be his girlfriend while they were in their talking stage?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming the other girl said no?
But she said that during that time that he was already telling his family that they were in a relationship. Even though they were still in the talking phase.
I guess that girl wasn't the one to take home to mom.
Oh, it'd be like that.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
That's crazy.
So some people, it's not just girls too. You know, there's some guys you just don't take home to the family.
Yeah, I guess. I could see that. I've never been in that situation, so I don't know. I've always hit all the boys from my family. I wasn't allowed today.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, he's always talked about how he doesn't find girls who are really skinny attractive, but now I'm questioning if that's the truth or if it's just a projection. He's frustrated at me for even entertaining the idea that he could be cheating on me, and really harping on the fact that we spend nearly every day together and that he wouldn't even have the time because we're always together. I don't know if it's even worth noting, but the underwear had a period stain on it. Ew! And as a woman, I don't know any women out there who wear period stain undies to a hookup.
Exactly. So, you know.
Do I think she's overreacting?
I do. First of all, it's an Airbnb. And not only that, it's behind the headboard. Not that many people clean back there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So it probably could have been there for months, even before he got in there and before the girl got in there. It could have been in there way
Yeah,
longer.
that's true because she said that there was a girl living there previously before him.
Yeah,
And that she was certain that it was a girl and that she's seen her, I guess. So I guess, yeah, she is kind of overreacting a little bit, but I feel like there's a lot more playing out with that situation because I feel like she's been, like, harboring those feelings for, like, with that situation with him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, this just, like, kind of topped it. She was just like, ah! You know, like, she felt like she had a reason to bring it up.
I think what the issue is she feels like she's not getting enough attention.
Oh,
so
yeah.
she's trying to figure out why she's not getting enough attention instead of just asking her partner, like, hey, I'm not getting enough attention. Can you please show me some attention?
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's overreacting. I agree with that. Because at first I was like, no, because she could question it, but kind of like with the facts and everything kind of playing out, yeah, she's a little overreacting. I just feel like that was just her reasoning to, like, blow up on him. Because she'd been wanting to do it for a while, but she didn't have a good reason why. Or she didn't have a good reason, like, to do it. This chair. Okay, on to the next.
Sound like your knees.
Sound like your knees. You're older than me. Alright, the next Reddit is, am I overreacting or was my girlfriend being immature around her ex? Ooh. I went to a party with my girlfriend last night and her ex was there and I noticed her staring at him a lot throughout the night. Oh. I didn't think much of it at first, but later on she got pretty drunk and ended up introducing me to him. She even talked to him and seemed to flirt with him for about 5 minutes right in front of me. Earlier in the night, I jokingly told her I was better looking than him. Well, I don't know. Okay, that's so funny. But why would he... Okay, never mind. And she made a face like she didn't believe it. When
wow. Dang.
It's not funny. I'm sorry for laughing. And she made a face like she didn't believe it. When I pulled away from her a bit, she said, "Oh yeah, definitely," in this weird fake and somewhat condescending tone. The rest of the night, we would be dancing together and she would be looking at him through the crowd of people. I didn't want to call her out on this then because she was drinking, but maybe I should now. I'm trying to figure out if I'm just overreacting because she was drunk, or if this is a sign of her being immature and maybe not the right person for me. Should I be concerned about this behavior, or is it just a one-time thing? That's like a conversation that you should have with her. I feel like, is he overreacting? No, I feel like, no, he's not overreacting because he's noticed it. But I feel like he should communicate his concerns about the situation regardless of, like, after, like, the whole thing, like, talk to her about it. To get some type of clarification. But it is kind of weird if you're, like, out with your significant other at a party. And then your significant other just keeps glaring at their ex. I would have been like, pop his head. Like, look at me.
Cut things off.
What do you mean?
I would have cut things off. That doesn't sound like they should be together. It sounds like she's not over her ex.
So if you were the dude, you'd cut things off? You wouldn't communicate with her?
I'd cut things off. Yep.
I'd be like, babe, what's going on? And then if she says some type of BS, I would be like, okay, bye.
Like, to me, it's clear you still want your ex.
Mm-hmm.
One of the comments says, "You, my friend, are a rebound." And that's how I was feeling whenever he was reading that. I was like, dang.
Felt like he was a rebound?
Yeah.
He seems like he's a little bit too sweet for her. I mean, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Or she's using him to make her ex jealous.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's so true.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's toxic. That's ugly.
That is
We're
very
done.
toxic.
So overall, we can conclude that he's not overreacting. Okay. Next one. Overreacting. Boyfriend is planning to take a groom to strip club for a bachelor party. I almost said bachelorette. Am I overreacting? A month ago, we had a conversation while watching TV. He said he hates strip clubs, thinks they're cringy, and would never go. I told him straight up, if my boyfriend went, I'd either break up with him or go to a club myself, put on short, hoochie dress, and grind on all the men all night while they buy me drinks.
Okay.
Okay. Now, fast forward, his friend is getting married and he asked the group chat if he could go to a strip club. Another man in the chat asked if his fiance was okay with it, and there was no direct yes or no. He tells me, the groom wants to go, but he doubts it'll happen because they plan to hit a bunch of bars. He won't get a lap dance or anything, but will give his friend money for the hot seat. Okay. I told him, you already know I'm not comfortable with this. I told you my boundaries. If you go, I'll go to the club in a short hoochie dress, grind my booty on men, and let them throw money at me. What?
Wow.
She wants to do that. I don't think that she wants to.
That was wild.
He didn't like that. Suddenly, it's not the same, and he throws out every excuse in the book until I remind him that I've actually been to both male and female clubs and know exactly how they go. I told him I could go to the male strip club and basically have dry smecks with the dancers. Last time I went, a hot stripper literally tried to grab me and put me in the hot seat for free. I made sure he knew this. This girl... He asked, you can't trust me? Oh my god, I trust you, now do the same. I won't have smecks or kiss anyone. We left it at this. He'll share his location. He will text me the timeline. He says, if I'm there for 20 minutes, you can't be out grinding on guys for 3 hours. I told him I won't even talk to you that night. Oh, he goes, wait, so now I have to worry about you all night? I said, yep, I'll keep you in check. You're lucky I don't dump you now.
Wow.
Another man in his group already dropped out because he didn't feel comfortable doing this to his wife. So am I overreacting by going to the club and doing the same thing? Because at this point, the math is mathing. Yes, you're overreacting. Yo, you're trying to do something to punish this man. He's grown. And then clearly you keep repeating the same scenario over and over and over. And like I said, you feel like, like I know that you want to do that to other men. She wants to grind up on people wearing a hoochie dress and getting free drinks.
Someone said in the comments, you seem extremely immature.
Yeah, I agree. Because what kind of threat is that? Just be like, no, I don't like that. I'm uncomfortable with it.
Mm-hmm. But also at the same time, he didn't suggest it. It's the groom that suggested it.
Yeah.
So he's one of the groomsmen. He's supposed to go. That's what his thing is.
Yeah.
So...
But I don't know. I could see it being a weird situation because I would be the same where if my boyfriend went to like a bachelor party and they went to a strip club, I would have been like, what's the whole reason of y'all even going to a strip club to begin with? Like, he's about to get married.
That's his priority. That's his prerogative. That's on him.
Yeah, but like, why are you going to set your homeboys up like that? Then no, I'd feel some type of way, but I wouldn't be out there being like, you know what, I'm gonna go to another strip club and just grind up on all these men. I wouldn't say that. If anything, I'd probably just be like, hey, let's try to find a middle ground.
There's something about her being like, oh well, yeah, I went to both male and female strip clubs, and when I went to the male one, they put me in the hot seat for free, or like they were trying to, and she was like, I told him this.
So he should. I made it clear for him to know.
And then them saying that they're gonna do the same thing, he already agreed. Like, okay, since I have to go because I'm a groomsman, you can go. But if I'm there for 20 minutes, that means you have to be there for 20 minutes. And
yeah,
like,
you
no,
can't
I'm
be there for
going
3
all night.
hours. Oh my god, something's in my eyeball.
So, yeah, nah, that's wild.
That is wild. So she is overreacting and she just wants to be a hoochie. This is our last Reddit story. So here we go. The title of it is, Am I Overreacting?
Why you gotta use the deep voice? Am I overreacting?
Let's see how deep I could go.
Okay. You didn't even say anything.
Wait, I was trying to clear my... Am I overreacting? Was that deep? It sounded like you.
I don't sound like that. Oh, okay.
Anyway, for context,
Go ahead.
for context, me and my partner have been together for 8 years, but I've always had a thing where I get a bad feeling or a good feeling way before gathering a full impression of a person. Me too. Lately, it feels like he is going out of his way inserting other women in his life, knowing it makes me uncomfortable. Oh. After one of them tried to break us up several times, but he is obvious and doesn't see it like I do. He believes I'm just jealous, but I feel like I sense that it coming several times around certain girl he starts friendships with.
Does she mean to say oblivious?
That's what I was confused on. I've proven I'm right several times about some of these girls, and when I get a bad feeling and ask him to stop talking about them in front of me because it makes me uncomfortable, he continues. I don't know how to make him understand I have my reasons for not wanting to see these girls, especially when they are all clingy and touchy with him. Keeping my opinion. Which I feel I have a right to be upset. Get off of my partner, my fiance. That's odd, right? Fiance! Okay, let me finish this up before I say something. Today I'm wondering if I'm overacting when I ask us to cut ties with the women he gets too close to quickly that are getting too clingy, because we've had a history of some of them trying to come after me and start bashing me behind my back to my mutual friends. This often causes fights between us, but am I overreacting for feeling this way? No! You're not. Your fiance is out here being real friendly to all these other girls and letting these other girls be in y'all, well, not be in y'all's relationship, but like kind of like interfere with the relationship, and you're feeling uncomfortable about it, but then he's going and throwing it in your face that you're jealous. No, you're all overreacting. He's just crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
And like, what kind of dude would want all that attention from other females? Clearly, like, he don't feel. Oh, that's not nice to say, never mind. But, like, you just, like, I'm not trying to be mean, but, like, I feel like what I was trying to say was, like, he wasn't feeling satisfied between the relationship between y'all because he still wants validation within himself, but also that's an insecurity thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Insecure
Because
within himself, possibly.
yeah, because not just, like, I don't know, because what's the whole reason to have all these multiple girls try to come in and separate y'all and stuff like that? Like, clearly he likes the drama and he likes the attention, and maybe he has like a kink for girls fighting over him. I don't know, but I feel like you're not overreacting, and he's just that's the ugly dude. Like, why would they do that? And y'all are fiance and been together for 8 years.
My issue is she doesn't care that they're talking. Well, she doesn't like that they're talking. But her biggest issue is like, she's like, I've told you stop talking about them, like, with me. I don't want to hear it. And he continues to do it. It's like...
So maybe he's like... I don't know. I'm sorry for...
He likes... I think he likes her reaction. And likes to make her feel the type of way or something.
I can see that. Or I also feel like maybe he feels like his partner's a little bit too attractive, and maybe he's seen stuff where guys are like looking at her, and so he's like, you know what, fine, I can have girls look at me and I can get this attention too. Like, maybe it's some type of competition between them or he feels like it's a competition between them two, but overall it's him being insecure. Because I'm all trying to relate, but I feel like I haven't been in that situation, but it's just like it all kind of stems, like I said, from insecurity. Because what man needs validation from multiple women when he can't just get validation from his own fiance, his own girl?
Girls, poly. You know, there's poly people in this world.
They're clearly not. That's why she's mad.
Oh, shoot. And then the oblivious thing is, I understand guys can't really register when females are flirting with them for the most part. But also at the same time... if your partner's not comfortable with something, y'all need to have a discussion and possibly, you know, cut that thing out.
Yeah. I'm all thinking, should I go into the story about what you said? When you're like, guys can't really process when girls flirt. I just feel like they don't pay attention. That's my opinion. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, no, but yeah, because there would be times where I used to be with some people and they'd be flirting and I'm like, oh, and then later on they're like, I liked you haven't noticed, and I was like, no.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's happened to me a couple times.
Oi! That's not...
That's happened to me quite a bit, actually.
Like what? Give us a story.
What? Y'all want a story?
Like, give us, like, what happened, like how did you get in those situations?
Nothing. They just like would later on be like, "Hey, I like you." Da 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 da. And I was like, "For real? I just thought we were cool, you know? Like, thought we were friends. I didn't know you liked me." Oh, that's cool.
You know what? That used to get on my nerve. Or, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but it never made sense to me for fine people to not realize that there's people that like them.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've never had that, so that's why I'm like, how can you not know this?
You just said you had that.
Yeah, but I wasn't really feeling them that well. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. Not that, but also, I don't know. I never had that type of attention, but you've had it all the time. And then for you to be like, I didn't notice.
I didn't have it all the time. There were some people that I wanted, but wouldn't give me the time of day, you know?
Yeah. Also, it could be an intimidation thing, because I was intimidated by you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I ghosted him 3 times before we started talking.
Yeah, you did.
I had reasons.
No, you didn't.
That's gonna be another story time. Overall, this concludes everything in the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I want to start making more of these Reddit story reactions, because a lot of these Reddit stories are juicy, and my favorite ones to read are the friendship ones. There's one that we read that was really, really crazy. Remember? Yeah, it was really good. So I think next I want to do toxic friendship ones, because I think we've all gone through a toxic friendship, so I think we could all relate to that one. But yeah, but I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all's day. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye.
She'll be back like a booty crack.
Bye.